the sun is shining and the birds are singing. It's a beautiful, beautiful Memorial Day. And just want to say thank you to everyone who served and sacrificed everything for our nation. Appreciate you guys so much. Much love to your family. And I'll be keeping everyone in my prayers today who lost a loved one in service to our nation. So I just want to say thank you so much for your service and your sacrifice on this Memorial Day. We are spending some time again in the pool house today and working on wiring, get everything reorganized in the new and improved pool house. Let me show you exactly what we're working on, and then I'm going to get started. As you can see, the pool cover is still in place, and there's still a lot of construction debris around here from the pool house expansion project. This next door here, this is the bathroom. And there's lots of stuff in here right now. Most of it belongs to our contractor. All the framing equipment and everything that they've had in here. But this is the new improved pool house. You can see the original block wall in the middle here. And this was it was one block higher than what it is right now. We ended up tearing the top course off when we pulled the concrete roof off. It was one block higher than that, but you can see how just short and squatty this pool house was. So we've added a lot of space vertically and horizontally. Here we've got a nice framed roof here. And we're gonna box all this in and everything for the bathroom. Can't see it, but over here there's a toilet drain, and then we've got a sink vent and drain here. So we're gonna get this thing all plumbed up. It's gonna be great having a bathroom here on site without the kids having to run in the house. You can see the back porch is coming together, and we're super excited about that. We wanted the architecture of the back porch to closely match the front. And as you can see, I think we've done a good job mimicking the roof line and the trim and everything here. So it looks really, really good. And our masons did a nice job, I think, on the chimney, mimicking the style of the chimneys. So it looks like it's gonna be very, very nice, and it's gonna look like and feel like it's always been here, and that's what we were going for. You can see we got 4 skylights here across the top of the porch. We wanted this porch to be cozy and dry and warm, sitting here by the fireplace, but we also didn't want it to block so much of the natural light that comes in the back of the house here. We got a lot of big windows and doors and everything, so we wanted to still get a lot of natural light, and the skylights will help us to do that. Anyways, back to the task at hand. So working late last night, I was able to get both of the panels up. This is our sub panel that takes power from the house, from one of our 200 amp panels in the house. And you can see we used 1.5 inch conduit. It came in 2-inch, and then I went to 1.5 inches. So we got this all nice and dried in, looking professional. And then I got our main disconnect breaker wired up there. So we're ready to add our breaker for our pool control panel. That's gonna get a 60 amp breaker, and that's gonna power the 2 pumps and the heater and the pool light. And let's see what else is on there. Oh, the automatic water fill system. So I'm getting ready to run some conduit from this panel to this panel to carry our main power over. And I've got some heavy gauge wire here left over from running up this panel to do that. So I'm gonna get my breaker in and then go ahead and put some conduit up. And then I'll run my 2 hot leads, my ground and my neutral over here, and get power back to this panel. Once that's done, I'll be ready to go ahead and run new wires down to the heater. Once the heater's in, I'll be able to go ahead and start setting our plumbing manifolds in. And once that's done, I'll be able to go ahead and set the pumps and then rewire the pumps. So hoping to have all of this done within the next couple of hours, so we can go ahead and get the pool uncovered and de-winterize the pool and go ahead and get it circulating today and get the heater fired up. Hopefully get the kids in the pool later today for a swim. You can see we don't have a duct for our heater yet. That's got to go straight up out of the top of the heater there, past my coffee cup, and straight up through the roof. I've got some Type B insulated double wall ductwork or flue for that. I just don't have that installed yet. So we may just run the heater today with the doors and everything open. That way we can go ahead and get some heat in the pool and be able to go ahead and get that thing cranking. Tomorrow when the guys are here, I'll have them cut the hole in the roof, and we can go ahead and get the new ductwork in, new flue, and get it all watertight. So I'm going to get started on my conduit here, getting one panel connected to another, get those wired up, and keep on trucking. So we got our two panels wired together now at this point. Actually turned out pretty clean. Ended up using a couple pieces of 1/2-inch conduit. One's carrying the ground and the neutral, one's carrying the 2 hot leads. And that worked out very nicely. Got everything wired nice and neat. Screwed down nice and tight. So we should be good to go. This should give us a nice, safe work environment here. Everything's dried in, rodent proofed. I got a 1.5-inch cap here to seal off that one that we used originally. Need to get me a 1-inch cap for that, and that should pretty much rodent proof this whole thing. Even if they shinny up these conduits, they shouldn't be able to get in here and cause any destruction like they did last time. Still cleaning up mess from the last time that they were in here, so that's always frustrating. Next up, we're going to go ahead and start running some new conduit down here to the heater. Got to get the control wire and the main power wire for the heater run back to the control panel here. And after that's in place, I'm going to go ahead and start setting in some of our plumbing and then just kind of building our way out the door with both of our pumps. My buddy Reed's here. Ready to give me a hand, Reed? Reed's gonna lend a hand. Had both kids giving us a hand over the last couple of days getting the stuff ready. We've got to pull the cover and do all that stuff. We're definitely gonna need all hands on deck for that because that's a big job. So the boys will be out here helping us wash the cover off, get it folded up, and get everything ready to go so we can get this pool fired up today. So Reed and I are gonna work on running conduit and wire for our heater so we can get that thing fired up later. Keep you guys posted. All right, so Reed and I just ran some new watertight conduit over here to our pool heater. It runs down and over to the wall. I'll come back later and get it organized with some little clips and get everything screwed to the board, some zip ties, put everything together. But that runs up here, and then we got it hooked up to our panel, our big double 15 here. And of course grounded. And then our little control wire comes up here and hooks into the control panel. I actually reorganized some things a little bit. The control wires, I'm running them through this side. Last time I had control wires coming in over here and then going through this, and I don't know why I didn't think of this last time, but I'm actually gonna run them in on this side. And then there's a little divider panel that goes right here that kind of blocks this off. Next up, we're going to go ahead and start untaping and pulling all the trash bags and everything out of there that we used to kind of protect the fittings while they were in here working. Pull that stuff out, and then we'll bring in the manifold that goes in between the heater and the filter vessel. Once that's in, we'll be able to go ahead and start bringing the pumps in and bring in the rest of the manifolds. And I got to bring the return in over here, and I'll clean all these fittings and lubricate all the O-rings as we're putting things together. And once I set the pumps, then I'll be able to go ahead and wire the pumps back to the control panel. And then once I get the pumps wired, then I need to bring the wiring in for the salt cell and for the valve on the auxiliary 1 circuit. That's the one that diverts the water for the deck jets. So we'll get all that done. I probably won't get the automated water system hooked up today because I'm going to do some replumbing. Last time I just kind of ran the 3/4-inch water line across here and ran it into the fitting over here. probably won't get that done today. Probably going to bring the water line up and over the header, and then tee it, and then bring a line down, and then the rest of it is going to go across into the bathroom, and then I'll drop down and go to the toilet and the sink and all that stuff. So anyways, making progress. I lost my helper. I think he's going to shoot basketball, so I'm back to working by myself here, but I'm going to keep plugging away.
All right, so Chris, why are you on the floor when we have a full foot or 8 feet of space?
Well, because there's a drain plug or drain cap on the bottom of our
Okay.
36-inch filter vessel.
Mm-hmm.
And you pull that every year to winterize.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Fun times.
Only way to get it on.
Well, at least you remembered now. At least it's before you get all the other equipment in there.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
That would have been worse. All right. Ready to go.
Climb on out.
Uh-huh. Easy peasy.
Yeah, this makes for good video. I'm watching you get out of there.
Thanks.
Good job.
Clean the floor with my shirt.
Yep. I think on that note, it is time for some lunch.
Sounds good.
So Chris is getting ready to drill a pilot hole so that we can put in our vent for the gas heater.
Oh, we forgot to cover it.
Oh, we did forget. Okay, hold on. Okay. So he's doing that in the center, and now he can go up top and drill an 8-inch hole, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
So I'm up on the roof now, getting ready to make the hole for our vent pipe. I just made a quick little jig out of a piece of scrap. We need a 9-inch hole, so I took a couple of screws, one for a pivot and one for a marker to scratch the shingles. And then I'll spin this around in the hole, and it'll scratch the shingles where I need to make my cut to remove these tabs. So I'll go ahead and scratch this all the way around. That'll give me a nice 9-inch hole in the shingles. See how it's making that perfect little arc there. And then once I've done that, I can use the reciprocating saw. I'll do a bigger hole saw and then to get the thing started, and then I'll use the reciprocating saw to come up here and remove the sheathing. So quick little trick out of a couple of screws and a piece of scrap. So now we've got our hole for our shingles scribed with our quick little tool here. Now I can remove the shingles and then go ahead and transfer the mark to the sheathing below. And once we've got that done, then I can use the hole saw and the reciprocating saw to remove the sheathing, and then we're ready to poke the vent pipe up through the ceiling here. The guys will be back tomorrow that did the roofing, and they'll go ahead and install the flashing kit for me. Make sure it's weather tight.
All right, Chris is getting ready to cut the hole. Is it working, Reed? What do you think, Reed? Is it working? Yeah? Yay! All done? That took you 3 minutes.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
I'm being careful.
How's it feel to put a hole in our new roof?
Not cool.
Wait, what was the point of that?
What's the point of that?
Our exhaust stack for the heater. That big metal pipe that carries all the heat and the exhaust up out of the...
Yep.
You got it.
All right, let's go in here and take a look at it.
It's like the G's, they give them those robes.
Huh?
They used to.
Oh, wow, look, we have a hole. All right.
All right, so we finally got everything hooked up here. Our new flue pipe is looking good. Got it run up and out of the roof. As soon as we get our flashing boot installed, we'll be in good shape up there. Guys are gonna have to fix the shingles around the boot, get that dried in for us. But now, at least we can fire this baby up and vent out the roof. Right now I'm working on hooking up a main pump. So I got the cover off here and working on hooking up all of our load lines and our ground wire. And then I gotta hook it up here at the breaker box as well. So making good progress so far. Hoping to go ahead and get the rest of this pump room put together and hopefully be able to fire this baby up by the end of the day. All right, now we got both pumps in. We've got the return manifold, the suction manifold, the heaters hooked up, and we got all this plumbing and everything hooked up. So now, last thing we're doing wiring wise is redoing the bonding grid. Had to get a longer piece of wire to come from the bonding lug on the back of the control panel. It'll go down here, hit the bonding lug on the back of this pump, and then come over here and tie into the wires coming off of the heater, this pump, and that's the one that goes down into the hole over here and connects to the pool. It's also bonded here on the zinc filter. So I gotta finish wiring up the bonding lugs, and then that's it for wiring. All right, so the pool house is put back together. Woo! What a day it has been. Still got a couple of things we got to finish up. The automatic water fill system, the light transformer, still have to do that. Still need to run our water line across over here to the automatic fill system. And we still need to make a permanent discharge for our discharge line on the back of that valve there. That actually goes in over here. So we're gonna have to cut this off, plumb it in there, and then that comes out here into this catch basin and goes over the hill. Hey, babe.
Hey.
Been a long day, huh? So we are unwinterizing right now. We just sucked all the junk out of the skimmer here, and nature has nicely filled up the pool for us. It's already up to the skimmers, so all the rain and stuff that we had topped it off, and we're going through and we're sucking out the deck jet holes right now because they got pretty funky. Somebody forgot to put the caps on. So anyways, so yeah, we're putting the sucking those out, and then we'll work our way over to that skimmer over there and work our way down the pool, get all the deck jets, and should be ready to pull the cover off this bad boy. What do you think? You're exhausted, aren't you? You're a trooper.
Thanks.
Love you.
Shut up and let's get this done.
Okay. All right, the pool's a little green. That's not going to slow us down. Reed's ready to jump in and have fun. Go for it, buddy.
Yeah, this is not a good idea.
Woo!
Good, Barrett.
How cold is that?
65. Quarter.
Good job, bud. We got to get this pool cleaned up. You going to give me a hand?
Heat it first.
All right, we'll do both.
Is it?
All right, Reed's going to do his first cross pool swim of the season, even though the pool's green and cold.
It's like 50.
Let's go, buddy.
I'm gonna
No, you're not. It's not that cold. Come on.
I feel like this is like my blood. It's warm.
Good job.
It's pretty nice.
All right, last task of the evening after Reed finished his swim. I got the lighting transformer hooked up. Everything's working on the panel. Haven't yet fired up the pumps or anything like that, or the heater. Just kind of waiting on daylight when we can get in here and work on this. The pool's got quite a bit of algae in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little bit of shock in there. We do have the pool light on. And of course, since it's Memorial Day, we've got it on the red, white, and blue function. I know it looks green, but yeah, that's just the algae. So anyway, so the pool's patriotic tonight. Cannot wait till tomorrow when we can get down here and get all the vacuuming and everything done, get the pool fired up and get it filtering and get all this junk out of here. Like I said, I'll go ahead and throw some shock in it tonight because it's supposed to be sunny again tomorrow, so I don't want it to have all sorts of lovely algae growth tomorrow. Be even worse than it is today. I think I'll go ahead and drop the water hose in and let that run for a little bit, and that'll add some chlorine to the system as well. Top off the water a little bit, and it's okay if it runs out of the overflow for a few minutes. So I think I'll go ahead and pop the hose in, let that run. At least that'll get water circulating while I'm throwing in some shock. So that's going to do it for us for this evening. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's great. I tell you, I feel so blessed to have this new and improved pool house. I mean, it's been an absolute joy to work in today. So I've just been thrilled to be able to stand up and work on things and, you know, not beat my head against the ceiling 3 and 4 and 5 times. So it's been fantastic. So I'm just absolutely thrilled. So again, we're going to work on getting the pool cleaned up and get the kids swimming in it. And that'll be the official kickoff to summer. And in the pool house, I got a few more things I need to hook up and a few things to reroute. I'm going to put a light in there so I can actually see to work on it in the evenings, not have to have a headlight on like tonight. And then that's going to pretty much wrap that project up. As soon as the construction is done out here, then we can move on to getting the bathroom functional. So we're going to take a break on the pool house until the rest of the construction, everything's done around the back porch and all that stuff. In the meantime, we'll move back inside and finish up our office countertop, finish installing the cabinets there in the office or the solarium. And then we'll go ahead and finish all of the crown and the last of the trim in the kitchen and the family room, dining room, get all that stuff wrapped up. And hopefully by that point, the guys will be done with the detached garage and we can move all of my tools and stuff out of our attached garage and move the remaining materials and all the saws and other stuff into the attached garage, clean out the house and give everything a real deep clean. And it's going to feel so much more functional and usable and so much more like a home once we get all this junk out of there. So we are super excited to see that carriage house get finished up down at the other end of the road. So we'll keep you guys posted. Be sure to hit that subscription button, jump onto one of our mini playlists and check out some more episodes, whether it be about pools or demolition or whatever. And be sure to tell your friends and family. Let them know what's going on here at Woodmere State Revival. We'll see you guys again real soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.